you to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
And did you guys go through the things that we have discussed yesterday?
Yes.
Yes.
So any doubt in that, like what we have discussed yesterday?
No.
So what is hub? What is co-deployment? Did you guys understood all the things or any doubt in this?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, so far no doubt, right? Okay, so let me start. Let me share my screen. Once you can see my screen, just let me know. Is it visible?
Not at Krishna.
No. Okay, fine. So welcome to the SAP MDG 9.2 training. Today is central governance topic. And this is the disclaimer that yesterday also we have seen, and the agenda what would be there, like process flow, central management of material master data, and integration SAP cloud for customer with MDGC. So like yesterday we discussed about the hub and co-deployment, right? So what is hub deployment and what is co-deployment? Can anyone tell me?
In the hub deployment, SAP MDG will be in a different system where we have only the master data. I'm sorry, where the master data system is maintained in MDG, and the same is synchronized with the transactional system of other system. So we'll have a two different system, like one as a separate MDG box and one more as a transactional system. That is a hub one.
Fine, very good. And co-deployment, MDG and ECC will be in the same box, right?
Yeah.
So I think you can see my screen, right? So basically what happens in MDG, let me tell you. Think that what we have covered. So yesterday we just understood what is MDG, what is the need of MDG in the system, means SAP, and how MDG basically works. Then we have seen what is our hub deployment, what is our co-deployment, okay, and what is the version now of MDG, okay. All these things we just understood yesterday. And what are the areas that are there in MDG? So let me just, before going to that, let me tell you what are the areas that you and how these are closely integrated. Let me tell you, okay. So you will understand.
Just 1 second, Krishna. Okay. Sorry to interrupt here. Just along with that, I saw some points like this floor plan manager and other technical things which I literally don't know about it. Probably I hope you would be covering in the going forward classes.
Yes. See,
like, because you say that FPM, ABAP, and enhancements, baddies, and OData services. Yes. I don't know.
Yes, I have. I told you, right? So everything I will explain one by one in the coming sessions and all.
Okay, so, and just to add on here, so we would be getting the MDG Fury app related sessions as well, right?
MDG Fury, see, Fury basically, there will be Fury consultant who will be working on the UI. Okay, you will be, as a MDG consultant, you will be working in the backend. So backend, like how the governance process will be governed, that I will tell you with the APIs and all. Okay. So, like,
let's discuss.
Yeah. So basically, what happens in MDG, like the FPM, what is there? So it is inbuilt. So whatever you will do in the screen, it will be governed automatically. You no need to do anything. Okay. So this architecture is built by SAP. But when it comes to Fury or UI5 screen or any other screen, it is not just Fury screen. Client can have some other screen. Okay. React or Angular, they can have that screen also. But with SAP, through OData, data will be passed and consumed. Okay, and once data is passing and consuming, that time governance process will also work, right? How will it work? This will be handled through the APIs. So I will tell you.
This OData and all these things you're talking about only for the MDG Fury apps. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No. MDG, see, MDG is different. Okay. Fury OData is different. Okay. Now,
because I did not get the grip of what we started now, so that's the reason I'm asking.
No, see, yesterday what we covered introduction, right? What is MDG? Why we use MDG? What is the need of MDG? Okay. Then we discuss like what are the technologies where MDG is used. One is the FPM, right? Where it is inbuilt. Means governance process is inbuilt, through that you can do it. Second is the Fury and OData. What means this is very less used in the industry now. Fury and OData. Maybe in coming days, maybe 4 or 5 years, people will work on it. But currently, this is the hot topic. Above FPM, basically MDG above FPM. So far, in my career, I have worked only in one project, and in that project also, I have seen that the front end is used by handled by the Fury or the UI5 consultant, and backend basically we are doing, and we are just writing the APIs and logic in the method, and we are providing a governance process. Okay, because in a industry means so many people will be working, right? UI developer also working, backend web developer also working, then your MDG consultant is also working. So like this, it will be there. Then we have discussed like what are the deployment option we have. Okay, so say for example, you are a consultant, MDG consultant now. If you go to if some company hired you, so they will be asking you, so this is the scenario of my company, these are the things, system I have, this is the robust system I have, and I want to use MDG. Now you suggest us like what would be better for our company, whether the co-deployment or hub deployment. So if the system is very diverse, okay, so many systems they are using, okay, so like CRM, SRM, okay, some operational ECC, other systems. So that time it is better to have hub. And the system is not that diverse. That time we can say, okay, you can use the co-deployment. But it is again up to the discussion level how complex the systems are and architecture of their system. So based on that, you can have a call. So this much is clear. Hello.
Yes, Krishna. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, fine. Now, see, I have told you yesterday that today I will be discussing about change request, access class, staging area, active area, right? So before going to the system and all, it is very important to understand these concepts, what basically happens. So how MDG works, let me tell you. I hope everyone is aware of the tables and all in SAP. Are you guys aware of the tables, or anyone does not know what is tables, what is structure?
Yeah, we know.
Everyone knows.
I don't know.
You don't know, right? Okay, no problem. Very good. If you don't know anything, just tell me that I don't know. So that would be very helpful for me also to explain. So let me just tell you, give you a little bit of idea what is table, how data is stored. Okay. Let me so AC11 we can see the tables. So general table I am showing you here. Say for example Mara. So what is Mara? Mara is material related table, right? Or anything else I'm saying.
Yeah.
Generally, what happens in MDG, whatever you do, okay, the data will be stored in table. Now you will say what is table, right? So every software has its database, its application layer, and its presentation layer. Now, what is presentation layer? This is our presentation layer through which we can see all the things. Say, for example, table, programs, or whatever. So this is presentation. Application layer means where some calculations are going, some reports are running, right? And database layer where the data will be stored. And how the data is stored in the database? Through these tables. Okay, these are the tables, and these are the fields of the tables, and here the data will be stored. Okay. Similarly, in SAP MDG, what happens? They have the staging area and active area. Now, what you will say, what is staging area and what is active area? These are also tables. These are what? Tables. And what is table? Table is basically the entity where the data will be stored in the database, through which, right? And now, if I want to retrieve the data in the application server, so I don't know, right, where the data is stored. But if some table name is there, then I know, right, in the database, this is the area where the data is stored. This is the table where the data is stored. And this data I can get from this table, right? So this is table. Now, basically what is happening? So MDG has change request. Anyone knows what is change request? Anybody?
Change request is
The
basically
primary thing which we need to start for any process to start in MDG.
Yes, yes. So very good. So what we discussed yesterday, if you guys remember, we were telling about the change, create, change, delete, but display is not what? A change process, but create is a change process, change is a change process, and delete is a change process. How? Because in create, what is happening? One data is inserting in the database table. Means what? Initially, the database table, no data was there. Okay, or maybe some data was there, and again, some other data has been inserted. So there is a change, right? Because say, for example, earlier there were 8 records in the table. Now we have inserted 9th record. So there is a change. So this change has happened. So that is why we say it is considered into the change process, and change request will be allotted to it. Then change anyway, any record is there, so it would be means a change over there, and delete is also a change, because previously 8 record is there, I have deleted 1, so now 7 record is there. So there is a change in the data means database table. Now, as some people does not know what is table, so let me tell you, in table what happens. In table, basically we have fields. Field 1, okay, field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4, field 5. So there are so many fields. Okay, so if you see here Mara table, so there you can see there are 357 fields. Can you see this? There are 357 fields, and if you execute the Mara table, okay, so these are the fields basically. Okay, and number of entries you can see. So how many, what are the number of entries we have in Mara table? So this is the number of entries, 2751. Okay, 2751 records are there. And if we execute it, see, this is how the record will be. So I was telling about record, right? This is one record, means this is one entry. This is another record. And this is the value of the field, like matinal. This is the date. This is the created time. This is the name. Okay. So all these are there. So like this, the data will be maintained in the table. I hope this much is clear to you guys.
yes.
Now, what is change request? So whatever you do, whatever change you do in the MDG, that you will do against a change request. Okay, any change you do in MDG, it will be against a change request. Say for example, for create, we will have a change request C1. Okay, for change, we have a change request C2. For delete, we have a change request C3. Okay. So these change requests will solely associated with create. This change request will solely associated with change, and this change request will be solely associated with delete. So this change request C1 we are only using for delete, right? So whatever you do the change, this should be controlled by this change request. Anywhere you want to see any data, means what has happened, what is the status, whether it has been activated or not. So this can be looked into through the this one change request. Okay. Now the change request also has its own table. Let me show you. So this is very important, these tables. Okay. This is the change request table. So can you see, this is the change request number. This is the type of the change request. This is the status of the change request. This is the description. Why am I showing you this table? Because I will be talking you about the status of the change request and what basically happens with means when the change request is activated and what that we will see. Okay. So now see what type of record the change request will be having. Can you see?
So this is the table for change request?
Yes, this is the table for change request. Change request basically has means generally two tables. If you know about change request, this is okay. Okay. So another table is C11. And day-to-day activity in your means project, these tables will be very handy. Okay. So another one is USMD 1213. Okay. So this is the table where change request is associated or linked with the data. Okay. So Mara table. So if any record is created in Mara, so this is linked with this change request. So what record is created in Mara or change in Mara? How will it linked? It would be linked here. Okay. In this table, it would be linked. Okay, which entity? So everything we will see in detail, so you will understand. Now this is the table. So what is this? This is change request type. And what is this? This is change request number. Okay. Now what is change request type and what is change request number? Little bit idea, let me give you now. These things I will means brief you thoroughly when we will go to the process modeling chapter. Okay. So now change request. Okay. So first thing in system as a consultant, what you will be creating? You will create a change request type. Now you will ask me that you told that in system we create change request. Now you are saying no, in system you have to create change request type. So what is change request type? Basically, when you create a material, you don't create just one material, right? You create multiple materials, n number of materials you can create, right? But this n number of material, whether it is a creation of the material, change of the material, or deletion of the material, right? It is what means controlled by change request, right? So basically what we create a type and we say this type of change request is for the create. So change request type C1, basically what we create in the system, we create change request type. So this type, basically what this type told us, so this type means type C1 will be telling us that this is associated with creation. So if you see in the table, so this is the table, right? So this basically MLT01, see MLT, 1 minute. So change request type is here. MAT. So ZMT is there. Someone is created ZMT 01. Let us see what it is there. So there, see, how many types are there? Only one type, MAT01. So this is for, say, for example, creation. And what are the change request number here? Two different number, right? 574 and 576. Yes or no? So what does it mean? For this creation of change request type, we have two change request number for same change request type. So this is the creation, and in creation, how many change request means how many record has been created in the Mara table? Two record has been created in the Mara table. From this table information, we have come to know, right? Or anything means any confusion you have? Any confusion or you have understood so far?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
This is clear, right? So basically in MDG, what basically we do, we create change request type. Okay, based on this change request type, change request numbers are generated. Means how many records will be created, this many numbers will be generated, right? So this is one thing we have understood. Now comes staging and active area. So and access class. Staging area means what? Whenever you say, for example, you are the requester, okay? So say, for example, Anupama is the requester, Richard is means the approver one, okay? So like this, the process will be. So when Anupama is requesting something, okay, so what she will be requesting, she will say that I want to create the material. So once she wants to create the materials from the system, she will select the change request type. So say, for example, she will select C1. So C1 means what? Creation of change means material, right? Then she will fill the necessary information in the screen, and then she will submit it. So once she will submit it, what will happen? One change request number will generated against this change request type. So say, for example, 001 has been generated. Now this change request number will be sent to whom? The approver, right? Say, for example, Richard is the approver. Okay, so it would be sent to him. So what Richard will do, he will check everything is okay or not. If he feels that it is not okay, what he will do, he will send it back to, means reject it, and it will come to the requester. Okay, and if he thinks that, okay, if I reject it, so this process should be cancelled. Okay, this process should not go further. So then the process will be terminated. So these are different scenarios that we can build in the system. Okay, so now the scenario is that based on this change request type, one change request number is created, and this change request number is sent to the approver. Now the approver, once it comes to the approver, now what happens? The change request is not yet activated. Getting my point? Or any doubt in this? When the change request will activated, when the final approval will happen, right? So say, for example, approver, this is the approver 2. So our process is when the final approver approves it, the change request, then it will, the change request will be activated.
Right.
Okay. And I was showing you the table, right? So when the table, this will be activated. See, now the status you can see 02. So 02 is not the status for active. Okay, active status is 05. So means this change request is not yet change, means what? Activated, right? So this is the change request number. This change request number is still in the process. So when the change request is in process, say for example 02, 03, Okay, means what? This is not yet active, right? Means the final approver is not still the final approver did not approve it. That time the data will be present in the staging table. Getting my point or any doubt in this?
Yep, got it.
Means till the change request is activated, means the final approval is done. Till then, the data, whatever data will be providing, that data will present in the staging table. Okay, understood this concept? Or any doubt in this? So you have understood, right, this concept, what happens. And once the change request is activated, this data from the staging table will move to what? Active table, active area or active table. Okay. Active area or active table, you can say. Now, I told yesterday that I will tell you some more detail about the co-deployment and hub deployment, right? So, with respect to the staging table and active table or active area, what happens in the co-deployment and hub deployment? Let us see here. So, these things are very important, and in the interview also they will be asking you. First, they will asking you the deployment options, like what are the deployment options you have, and a little bit of explanation they will be asking. They will be asking when you will use this co-deployment and when you will use this hub deployment. Then they will be asking what will happen to the staging area and what will happen to the active area when you are using the hub and co-deployment. Okay. And what is reuse mode and what is flex mode? These two things also they will be asking. Okay. So we will understand it very clearly, so that if you give interview also, so that time these things are very clear to you. Staging. So this we have these things we are clear that if we use change request, when the change request is not active, it is not active. It is change request is active, right? Means what? It is still in the approval process. Means approval process where in workflow, right?
Yep.
Active area means that it is means not in the final approval has been done. Okay. Now, some concept is called reuse. Some concept is called flex. Then we said we have what we said co-deployment and hub deployment, right? Okay. So now see what happens. Now we have understood that once the CR is activated, it will go to the active area, right? Means final approval is done. So now two things are there. One is reuse, one is flex. So when SAP has come up with this MDG solution, they provide two modes. One is reuse mode and one is flex mode. Now, what is reuse mode and what is flex mode? So for MM, for BP, okay, SAP is told it will be reuse. It would be worked in reuse mode. Now, what is reuse mode? In reuse mode, basically what is happening? So let us take the example of hub first. Okay, hub. So what will happen? So hub we know, one will be the MDG, one will be the operational ECC, right? So that we know for hub. So basically what happens, MN and BP module, okay. So whenever the change request is activated, so from the staging area or staging table, data will automatically transported to active area. Okay, automatically transported to what? Active area through access class. Understood or any doubt in this?
This is for which mode? Reuse mode, huh?
Yes, this is for reuse mode. Getting my point?
For the reuse mode, when the data gets activated, it moves from staging to active using access class.
Yes. So access class is nothing but the.
Is it like specific to hub deployment or co-deployment or something?
No. I will explain you co-deployment also. You will understand it very clearly what is happening. Okay. But try to understand this concept first, and maybe you can ask your question after this. So whatever gap is there, then I will just try to answer you. So then it would be clear to you. Okay. So basically, what am I saying? In reuse mode, SAP said for MM and BP, okay, basically we use reuse mode. Why? Because these data are not that sensitive like FI data. FI data is the most sensitive data in the system because this is related to the financial transaction and all, right? So that is why they said it would be the flex mode. So I will tell you what is the difference of flex and reuse give me some time, I will be telling you. So this is the hub. In hub, basically what is happening? MDG, right? In MDG only, what I told yesterday, before means in the hub deployment, before doing any governance process, first of all, from the operational ECC, whatever data is there, we will be transporting into the MDG. Like whatever MM related data is there, I will transport here. What is BP related data is there, I will transport here. What is the FI related data is here. First of all, I will transport it here. I will do all the governance process and then I will transport it, replicate it in the operational ECC, right? That only we told in the hub deployment. So similarly, what is happening here? So this staging and active area, where it is located now, it is located in the MDG only. Okay, so in the MDG system, both these areas is there, staging and active. Okay, so now when the CR is not active, means what? The requester is requested for the creation of the CR. So that time what is happening? The data is there in the staging table, okay, or the staging area. And once and where this process is happening, this process is happening in the MDG box, okay. Both these things, staging and active. So once the final approval is done, so that time what will happen in this MDG box only, this data what is there in the staging, it will come to the active area through this access class. So access class is the connector between these two. Getting my point? And what is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So through this, it will come to the active area. So once it comes to the active area, automatically through the DRF, data replication framework, the data what is there in active area, it will be transported to the ECC. Okay. And now what is this active area? You will little bit confusion and curiosity will have. What is this active area? Active area nothing but your Mara table, your Marcy table. So whatever standard table you have, okay, in SAP, or maybe whatever custom table also you will be using, okay, in this process. So this will be your active area. Okay, Mara, Marcy, MARD, material related. So this will be your active area. Okay, so in this tables, the data will be stored. Any doubt in this?
So So this Mara table, right? The active area will be in MDG only, right? It will be in MDG only.
Yes, active area will be in the MDG only. And once it is
But this MDG will be on top of some ECC, right?
no, MDG will be on top of ECC in core deployment. Okay.
No.
Here
So
also,
you're saying this MDG is a standalone system, or is it like a
standalone system? Yes, it could be a standalone system, or it could be on ECC also in hub deployment. So yesterday I told you, right?
It is like, correct me, it is like on top of ECC only, but you can make that system as a standalone MDG or as a
Yes.
co-deployment, correct?
No, not entirely what you say it is correct. So see what happens in hub. It could be standalone MDG, right? And
standalone MDG means all the MDG components are deployed in ECC system only, right? So the
yes,
base is ECC.
yes,
But
yes,
you are not performing any transactional activity in the ECC system here.
Yes,
You are
yes,
performing only the MDG related activities and then
yes.
sending the data from MDG to
Correct,
the
correct.
ECC or
Yes.
S4. Okay,
Yes.
let's get into S4, right? Why
Yes,
ECC
and then
now?
it is ECC. Okay, ECC is the what ECC? Operational ECC, where we will do all the transaction related work, right? And this is the MDG on top of ECC. This is the hub deployment. Co-deployment, what is there? It would be MDG and ECC, and this ECC only your operational ECC.
That I got it. So basically, in a hub deployment also, MDG will be on top of ECC only.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
So that is the
S4,
reason you have this table and all, right? Mara,
yes,
Mars,
yes,
Mardi,
yes,
it will be
right.
ECC only. It won't be there in the MDG system, right?
No, it would be there in the MDG, basically MDG on top of ECC. But the thing, the data, what is there in operational ECC, this data won't be present here, right? That is why we have to transport all the data from here to here. So this table will be there, Mara. Here, this table, Mara will also be there, but the data won't be there. So from here to here, the data should be transported.
Yeah, got it.
Point.
Yeah.
And
so if you have multiple operational ECC, then all the data from the Mara table,
yes,
from different ECC, from different operational ECC, it will go to that one ECC system.
Yes.
Correct? The one MDG ECC system.
Yeah. And there you have to have some checks like when this data will go to which system, how it go to which system, what type of data it is, right? So this type of little bit of means checks you should be there, and where replication also some filters you should provide, so that the data from this ECC should come to this ECC, and the data from other ECC, say for example another operational ECC is there. So the data from here should come to here. So the filtering option here should be provided.
Okay.
So MDG on ECC or MDG on S4 HANA. Okay. So these are what? These are all core deployment. Okay. As for these are all core deployment. So in means this hub deployment, what is happening from staging area means through access class, the data will be there in the active area, and then it should be replicated. So in reuse mode, what will happen? It will be automatically replicated. So this is very important. In reuse mode, what will happen? It will be automatically replicated to where the operational ECC through the DRF framework, data replication framework, and the data what is there in the staging area, it would be cleared. Okay, once the CR is activated, the staging area no longer hold any data. Getting my point? Find it out. So this is very important. Let me write it down. So these things in interview also they will ask what happens. So reuse what happens? Till the data is not, or till the CR means change request is not active, the data will be there in staging area or Getting this point or any doubt in this?
Yep.
Once the CR is activated, the data will be transported to where? Active area from staging area, and the data in staging area will be what?
Deleted.
Deleted. Very good. So it won't hold any data. And what will happen? Automatic
Transfer to
replication will happen from MDG to ECC.
If you have multiple ECC, how MDG will know which ECC has to go?
Because in DRF you will be providing some filters. Okay, there you will be providing some criteria. So whatever data will be coming from the one ECC, maybe you can categorize this data with some checks and all. So these checks that should perform in the filtering technique, and it will send it to the particular ECC. Okay, and so let me share. So that part is clear to us, right? So once the CR is activated, the data will be transported to active area from the staging area, and the data in the staging area will be deleted. Okay, staging area through access class. This is also very important. Active area.
Suddenly it was muted, right?
Yeah, some network issue, I think. So that is why. Okay, so that much is clear to you, right? So that in interview also they will be asking how the data is routed, what. So you should be very thorough with these concepts. Okay, and automatic replication will happen from the MDG to operational ACC through what? DHROU through DRF. DRF means data replication framework. Getting the point? Or any doubt in this? Hello, any doubt?
No.
Okay, fine. In this is the reuse in flex mode. What is happening? Flex basically we use for FI. Okay, because finance data is very sensitive data, right? So once CR will be activated, so data will be still there in the staging area. Data won't be coming to the active area automatically, and from the active area means it won't be means replicated to the operational ACC. So that would be there in the staging area only, and it won't be deleted from there. Okay, getting the point?
Can you repeat?
Can
you repeat that again?
Yes, in flex mode, the data after the activation of the CR, the data will remain in the staging area. Okay. Won't be deleted. Getting the point?
Okay.
There's some concern or some responsible persons will be there, or maybe some responsible team will be there who will be replicating it manually. Okay, so in flex mode, this is the process.
And what about
because
active?
In active area also, once they will do it, then only it will go to the active area. Okay, they will process it, then only it will go to the active area. Why so? Just 1 minute. Hello. দাদা করলাম তোমার করলাম Yeah, so we'll remain in the staging area. Okay, so it won't be deleted. So what will happen basically here? Some concerned team or concerned person will be there who will be means doing the activities, and the data will be transported to the active area, and then it will be transported where will it be transported? To the operational ECC, right?
Okay.
Any doubt in this?
No.
So this much is confirmed, right?
Yeah, but why what
Because
what is the purpose of doing
what is the purpose of this flex mode, right? Because in any industry, FI data is very sensitive, right?
Yes.
And it is related to the financial things like money, means your transaction of currency and all. So in that, what happens if any mistake will happen? So that will cause a very big problem to the company. So that is why they are double checking everything. So once the CR is activated through all the approval process, then also they have put a concerned team or concerned person who will do the final scrutiny and all, and then they will see, okay, everything is correct or not. Then they means process it.
So
but with the MM and BP, it is not the case. Once it is approved through the approval process, it will directly go to the active area and the means operational ECC.
Okay, I have a question.
Hmm.
Yeah, so after checking for quality, like they move it to the active area, then will it also be manually moved to the ECC?
Yes, it has to be manually moved to ECC.
Or it will still remain in the staging area?
And the data will be there in staging area.
Okay.
Because in future purpose, if they want to tally something, right, like what was the change and what had happened, so that time they can just go to the staging area and check the active area, and they can check, okay, what is the problem and why some mismatch is there. So that is why the data will be there in the staging area. It won't be removed from the staging area.
okay, so it will be there for always.
Yes. And some, like I told you, right, I worked on the Fury. This one means one project was there. There also I have seen that they have created their custom data model, and their custom data model, they made it as flex data model. So the using the flex basically over there, because their data also, they think that okay, if anything happens in future with the data and all, and if you want to backtrack, so it is better to make the data module as flex. But it is up to the consultant and how the business is and how they want to store the data, or means what is the operation they want on the data. So based on that they do. So this is not much we will be doing, but it is means a call from the company itself, or the means organization, how they want to use their data if they're using the custom data model. Okay. So accordingly, maybe as a MDG consultant, we can also suggest that, okay, this much of data you have. So, okay, this much of process we can do, and like this, we can store the data. So this could also be possible.
So,
Yeah.
quick question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, for the backtracking, right, to see what happened, all those things. So we can go into the change request table, and then we can see it, right?
Yes, you can. Anyway, you can go to the change request, and but change request table, you won't be getting all the data, right? Because if you see the change request table, you won't be getting all the records. You will see the status, and you will see what you will see the means which record is basically associated with the change, right? Then you will go to the table and you will see what is the data available, right? Then if you want to thoroughly examine, then you can just take the data from the staging area and see in means what had happened to this data, and then you can go to this your active area also, and then there also you can check, right?
Okay.
In the active area. And you can compare both the staging and the active area data, what was there, and then you can compare conclusion, okay, this was the problem maybe where it was happening.
Okay.
So basically these are the process what SAP is providing. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody has any doubt in this?
I just want to like solidify my knowledge very well. So for the reuse model, like after the activation, everything is automated to the ECC. But for the flex mode, like it has to be manually moved to the active mode and also to the ECC. Like everything is manual.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
It would be done. So certain team will be there. Okay, so that team will be doing it.
Okay.
And in code deployment also, what will happen in code deployment means automatically the data will be means come to the active area, and in active area, then
I think,
again
Krishna, I think we have a network issue.
is not needed, because the operational ECC and the MDG both are in same system, right? So replication just 1 minute.
I think, Krishna, we are
Now is
having
it audible?
Yeah, now it is okay. Now it's okay. I don't know, is it from your
Okay,
side
fine.
or is it from our
Okay,
side?
fine.
I think it's from his side.
Okay, okay. So this much is clear to you, or any doubt in this? See, this is very important means topic what I have discussed now. So going forward, if you want to understand MDG properly, so these concepts you should be thorough with. Okay. What is
Okay,
reuse, flex, co-deployment, hub deployment?
Okay, so is the
That is the
process the same? Is the process the same in orb and code deployment?
See, process is same. All the process is same. Okay, in the core deployment or the hub deployment or the reuse mode or the flex mode. Okay, everything is same. But the basic thing is what, like while you are replicating the things, how it is replicated, or the staging area. When the staging area is holding the data, and when the staging area is means data will be deleted. All the things. Okay.
Okay.
So this means final some points are there in the reuse and flex mode. How SAP has tried to encounter these problems and all. Okay.
Okay.
So I hope this much is clear to you. Or any doubt in this?
It's clear.
It's clear, right? So now I told you, right, that data means in the means hub deployment, what happens from the operational ECC, the data will be transported to the MDG, right? Now, how it is transported? It could be transported through BODS. If it is volume of data is more, or file import. File import, when we use, if you have very means less amount of data, then maybe file upload is one technique is there. Okay, with the help of that also we can do. Then DIF is also there. DIF means data import framework. Through this also we can means upload the data in this means MDG system. Okay, subsystem.
What is
Getting the point, right? Huh?
Which one is commonly used?
It depends. See, if you the volume of data is less, or for a single entity, basically you are using, that time we can use file upload. If for multiple entities and also the volume is less, then we can go to DIF. And BODS means when the the volume of data is more, that time we can go for the BODS. So these are the different techniques, different purposes this has been used. Okay. So just remember, file upload is for the single entity. This is for the multiple entities and all. And in these two also the volume won't be subsequently high. And in the BODS, what will happen? The volume of data will be less.
So BODS
volume of data will be more in the BODS. Okay.
And the entities, what about the entities? Entities you're referring a table, right?
Entities will anyway, it will be there. So now I will be talking about the entities and attributes only. So you will understand what is entity, what is attribute basically. Okay.
And
so how it is.
What is the abbreviation of BODS?
Business Object Data Services. BODS. So this is basically for transporting the data one system to another. Then SLT is also there. There are various techniques of data replication. So there is a one dedicated data replication team will be there. Okay, who will be doing all these things, the replication part and all. Getting the point, or any doubt in this?
Yeah, got it.
Now these things are clear to us, right? What we have discussed today. Now what is there in MDG? Basically what we will look in MDG, first I will tell you, then I will one by one I will start, means in the system also I will show you how the things are. Then maybe from tomorrow we can create the data model and all. Okay, so that you will get some idea like how it is created, how it has been maintained. Okay, all these things. Okay, so in MDG we have data model first. Okay, based on this data model everything will revolve. Okay, so we say that we have the active areas or active table like Mara, Marcy, Mard. Okay, and again there are so many tables are there, right? So now data model is basically data, metadata means data about data. Okay, means what? Whatever structures we have, so all the data in the Mara table we won't be governing. Yes or no?
Sorry, what is the question?
Yes.
So this is also very important point. So in the Mara table, we say, for example, 357 fields we have, right? And how many records we have seen? 2000, say for 470, I think, a record we have seen. Okay. So these fields in Mara table, these fields will be having all the data. Say, for example, Matner. Matner is what? It is containing the material number. Then material type, material group, valuation class, right? So there are fields. So these fields will what? These fields will be having the data. But in MDG perspective, no need to govern all the 357 fields, right?
Okay.
Getting the point? Because in MDG perspective, they will say, okay, these are some out of 357, 200 fields are there which are important and which need to be governed when you are creating the data. Okay, so these 200 fields only justify whether this record is duplicate or not. Rest, if the data matches also, this does not mean that this data is duplicate. Maybe this is a new data, means new record. Getting the point?
Okay.
So when you say that you have a Mercedes car, and if the someone else is say I am also having the Mercedes car. Okay, so what basically differentiate? So both the color is same, both the everything is same in this car. in the two car. So from the means if I go and if I see both the car from a certain distance, so what I will say, I will be confused, right? Which is the which is your car or which is someone else's car, right? Because both are looking same. But what will differentiate the number plate, right?
Yeah.
So if I see the number plate and if I know your number plate number, then I will know, okay, this is your car and this is someone else's car. So similarly, in like when creating a material or maybe Mara tables, some fields are there which clearly distinguish, okay, this is what, based on that we can say, okay, this is a different material and this is also a different material. Okay, these both the materials are not duplicate of each other, right?
Okay.
So with this 200 fields, the governance process will means what the purpose of the governance will be solved. So that is why we will consider this 200 fields. So that is why in the data model for this, we will consider only this 200 fields. Similarly for Marcy also, say for example, out of 400 fields, we will consider only 100 fields. So like that, we will create what we will create in the data model with entity. So what the entity will be holding? Entity, say for example, we will say Mara is one entity. So directly we will write Mara. Say for example, Mara 1 is my entity. What Mara 1 will be holding? Holding the 200 attributes, means the 200 fields.
Okay.
Getting the point or any doubt in this?
Yeah. So instead of holding all the fields, it will hold only certain fields,
which are governed.
Yeah.
Which will be there in the governance process.
Okay.
Okay. So that is why we say we have the entity over here. So there are Marcy. Okay. So for Marcy also attributes will be there. Say for example, 100 attributes will be there for Marcy. Is this clear to you guys or any doubt in this?
Yeah, clear.
And what is the data model? Data model will be the MM. So in MM, what is there? MM, so many tables are there, right? And
Yeah.
in so many tables, we have so many fields. Okay, so like this, we will say, okay, Mara is one entity. So basically, they won't have Mara as entity. So material is one entity. So material has its own fields. And some other entity is there. So it has its own fields. And these fields are called what in MDG? These are called attributes. Okay.
Yeah.
So the table what is there, basically these are called, understand like this, these are called what? These are called?
Entity.
What these are called? Entity, very good. The tables basically are called entity and the fields in the tables basically are called attributes.
Okay.
Understood?
Okay.
So like entity is like a subset of the main table.
Yeah, you can say subset of the main table. Okay.
Okay.
So basically we have different types of entities. Tomorrow I will brief you about the types of entities and all, and then we will try to create some data model in this one. So types of entities, we have type 1, we have type 2, we have type 3, we have type 4. So what is type 1? Changeable by a change request generated database table. Type 4 is changeable by a other entity generated database table. Type 3 is not changeable by MDG generated database table. And type 2, basically type 2 is not used much. I have to check what is the description for this. Tomorrow's class anyway, I will briefly discuss about it. Okay. So type 1 entity is basically, you know, parent-child relationship in tables.
What is the
Yes.
question?
Yes, yes.
Everyone knows, right? Or anyone does not know?
No, sorry, what is that? Come again?
Parent and child relationship in table.
In the table? So in the table, we have like a parent and child?
Yes, yes. You know this concept or you don't know?
No, don't.
Ibrahim, do you know or you don't know?
Oh, no, I don't know.
You don't know, right? Okay, no problem. See, let me give you a very simple example. You will understand what is happening. Okay. So say for example, you have a employee table.
Can
Everyone,
can we give specific to material master?
I can give, but you won't understand it properly. I will give it with respect to material master also. But first you understand this concept, okay? Then
Okay.
it would be clear to you. Okay. So all of us, after that, I will tell you about material master also. I will show you in the table how it works and all. Okay. So everyone is working in some company, right?
Mhm.
So we are the employees of some company. Say for example, this is the employee table, like Mara table and all. Then employee, say for example, salary related one table is there, right? So for employee salary related table, first of all, employee salary related table data, first of all, what is should be there in the system or database? You are the employee, right?
Mhm.
For your salary account, first of all, what should be there in the company?
Employee ID.
Very good. The employee should be there first in the company. So parent table is what, which will be having your all the basic data, like employee ID,
Okay.
employee name, okay, his designation, okay, then address. For address also we have different tables, okay. Say for example, Aadhaar card number, PAN card number, say for this like this, okay. So this little bit of details should be there in the employee table. If these details are there in the employee table, then only employee salary will come into picture. Now, employee salary, if I say salary, now system will get confused. Salary of which employee? There are thousands of employees, but which employee you are talking about? So that is why in the salary table, what should be there? This employee ID should be there.
Okay.
Okay. So that is why this is called a primary key in employee table. This is very important. Okay, if you want to understand, one is primary key. One is what? Foreign key.
Foreign key.
Okay. Just like in
Foreign key is what? Foreign key. This is also a primary key in this table, but it is a foreign key for which table?
employee
For
table.
this table perspective, this is a foreign key, right? So now this and this table will be linked through this primary key. Getting the point?
Okay.
So through this employee ID, it would be linked. Then the salary when we give, so we know, okay, for this employee, this is the salary. For this employee, this is the salary. For this employee, this is the salary. But if SAP does not come up with this concept, then maybe someday my manager's salary will come and create it in my account, right? Then I will be very happy that I have got my manager's salary. To avoid all this confusion, SAP has come up with all these concepts. These concepts are already earlier there in the industry when the RDBMS was introduced. Okay, so these concepts are there. SAP has just adapted it. Getting the point? Or any doubt in this?
Okay.
In
So
Mara,
what you are saying is every table has to like have a foreign key that attach all of them to like the parents table.
pardon, please. Can you come again?
So I just want to like what you mean is like all the table we have like a parent a primary key that will attach them to all other tables.
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
if you have a means so many tables, right? So there should be some link in the table. So that is why to have all the links, we have primary key and the foreign key relationship. Okay, through that the tables are what? The tables are linked. Okay. So type 1 entity is basically the representer what primary table. So employee table, say for example. Okay. Mara table. These are the primary tables, right? So these tables they will tell you about this table, primary table. And type 4 entity is the child table. So salary is the child table, right? If the employee table is not there, then there is no meaning of this salary table. So this is like this. Type 3 entity basically in the Marcy, apart from this employee ID, maybe salary ID some key field should be there, which is not present in the employee table, right? It could be happen, right? Two primary keys are there, which are together called the composite key. So these things, once we want to introduce, that time we use type 3. First of all, we will create a type 3 entity, and then what we will do? Then we will incorporate this type 3 in the type 4 entity. So these things we will see in detail in tomorrow's class, how we will do this, and we will create our data model also. Getting the point?
Okay.
Just I'm giving you idea today how it is happening. Then what we have, we have the relationship. So once we create the parent and child, how we relate these two tables to the foreign key relationship, right? Similarly, in entities also we have different type of relationship. So we have leading relationship, we have qualifying relationship, we have referencing relationship, and we have means foreign key relationship is also there, which is newly introduced. Okay, but mainly 3 relationships are used, which is leading, qualifying, and referencing. Getting the point, or any doubt in this? Any doubt means you ask me.
Yeah, clear.
Clear, right? So first of all, what we will be creating? We will be creating our data model. So once the data model is created, okay, then we will see the process modeling. Okay, process modeling, what we will see? Any idea? Any one of you having any idea?
Is it like this staging and all those things?
Very good. Yes. In process modeling, what we will do, we will configure the CR. Process modeling has 2 sections. One is CR, one is workflow.
Okay.
Okay. In CR, what we have, CR, we will see how the CR is configured and all, business activity, actions, logical actions and all. Okay, all these things we will see. In workflow, what we will see the static workflow, and we will see the rule-based workflow. Okay. And I will tell you the questions also what they will be asking from these areas. And in the system also, I will show you how it is there. Okay. Static workflow and rule-based workflow. Okay. Then what we will be doing? Then we will be doing the UI modeling. Okay. I will tell you about the UI modeling and all what is there, like where the FPM will come into picture. After that, maybe I will tell you about the APIs. Okay, like how the APIs will be. Then what I will be telling you, I will be telling you about the data means validation. It is better API I will tell later after this validation and derivation. Okay, validation and derivation will come. I will tell you what are the techniques in FPM feeder class. How will do in the baddies? How will do? What is baddie? So let me write it here. Baddie also I have to explain what is baddie and all. So and what is FPM method feeder class and all, that also I will explain it to you. Okay. Then the DRF framework. With the DRF framework, I will tell you what is DRF, what is ALE. Do you know what is ALE?
No.
ALE.
Okay, no problem. I will tell you. ALE IDOC, I will tell you. Then SOA services also, I will tell you. Okay. And related to ALE IDOC, not just whatever is covered in our topic. Apart from that, also like interview perspective, how they will be asking you question. That also I will tell you. And if you go through that areas, means then it will be also handy. So because straight away they won't be asking you question from this areas, or maybe if you're writing the certification exam also. Apart from this DRF also, ALE and SOA also they will be asking some questions. Okay. Then I will tell you about the filtering technique. Okay. Then OData also I will tell you. Okay, what is OData? Okay, how it is used and all. Little bit brief I will be giving you. Then FPM, Fury related little bit of knowledge I will give you. Okay. And then we have consolidation. That also I will tell you how it happens. Generally, if you know up to this much, okay, so I think that would be enough for you to clear any interview. Okay, so far. Then consolidation also now people are asking a little bit in the market, but not much. But if you are thorough with these techniques up to this, then any interview you can clear, or you can work also in any project. Okay, consolidation is also there in the market now, but people are not asking much on this. But in the certification perspective, if anyone wants to provide certification, give certification on all, that time these concepts are needed. So I will tell you about this. Any doubt in this?
No.
Or these things are clear to you? Hello, everything is clear or any doubt?
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Okay. I will tell you each and everything. Okay. And something is there like in training, people won't be telling you. That also I will tell you in the interview perspective, so that when you go through all these things, your concept will also be clear. And if you after the training, if you want to attend some interview also, that time also it will help you. Okay. So these things are there. Now I'm just stop sharing now. Just give me 1 minute. In system, I will show you how it looks like. The data model and all the entities. Okay, just 1 minute I'm showing you. So you have to go to the system. So this page will be coming. Okay, then what will you do? You will come here, you will put MDG IMG. Do you know this transaction code?
No.
Okay, so once you give this MDG IMG, it will take you to this. Okay, here you can see general settings. Under this general settings, you will see data model. Under this data modeling, you will see edit data modeling. Getting my point?
Mm-hmm.
Any doubt in this?
So what you did was MDG IMG.
This is the T code. Here you have to provide it. Okay, so once you provide it, it will eventually come to this screen. And I was still talking about the data model, right? Data model. See, here you can see this is the data model. This is the BP data model. This is the finance data model. Finance data model is represented by what? This is 0G or OG? What is it?
OG.
No, this is 0G.
Wow. Okay.
Because some person will be coming So I met with one person. He was just a fresher. He took some training from somewhere, and sometimes we call it OG also. Okay, but it was basically 0G. But the thing is, he was not finding it. Okay, then he came to me and he was saying that OG was not there, OG was not there. But then, like, I come to understand that no, he has, but he is a technically good person, like ABAP and all, he was very good knowledge. So he managed somehow. So don't get confused with this. 0G it is, okay?
Okay.
So like this, you will be having the data model. This will be the active area. I will tell you what is active area. Okay, and if it is blank, what is the meaning of this? If it is filled like this, what is the meaning of this? Okay, then like yeah, these things are important here. Then what is the entity types? So these are the entity types. Okay, I told you, right? And you can from position like material, material is the entity. What is root entity? What is what? I will be telling you everything. So this is the material entity. Material entity, what are the attributes we have? So these are the attributes we have in the material entity. Can you see this?
Yeah.
So these are the attributes we have. Let me see. Okay, material text and all, everything is there. So these are the things basically what we have.
So these attributes are governed attributes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, among all these attributes, if you don't want, say for example, here we have 50 attributes, okay? Under this 50 attribute, if you don't want that, okay, I don't want all the 50 attributes to be governed now. Maybe later point of time in project, we can use it for the governance process. That time some settings are there. Maybe 30 attributes you will take it for governance purpose for now. And later maybe like you will decide, okay, now this, basically I don't want this or I want this attribute to be governed. Later point of time you can do it. This option is also provided by MDG.
So you will delete from here if you don't want to
No,
govern.
it will be there because see now in the project it won't be a project for 1 or 2 months, right? It would be continuous for years after years. So maybe today you don't have the need for governing XYZ fields or attributes. But later point of time, you know that, okay, maybe later point of time, these attributes can be governed. So you will keep it in this attribute, okay? And then some settings are there where you can just mention that, okay, this won't be governed. Some checkbox will be there, you will check and it will it will tell that, okay, it won't be, these things won't be governed or these fields will be governed, okay? And later point of time, if you feel that, okay, not these fields will be governed and that field should be governed, then that option also provided by MDG. Getting the point?
So that I think that will cover the next topics, right? Next.
Yes, it's coming like things I will be telling all the things. Okay. Then I was telling you about relationship, right? So you can see the relationship also. Here you can see the relationship. What are the relationship you have? Say for example, Mara material and relationship leading. So you can see, right? So this would be coming like relationship and all. I will tell you all the things. Okay. How it is. With this, it has only foreign key relationship. That is why it has not come. So you have to just see what is the relationship and all, how it is there. So like this, I will tell you. Then it has some business object type. That also I will tell you what is business object type, why it is needed, why this root checkbox is checked. Okay. Then I was telling you about the access class, right? In reuse active area, you will be one access class. See, these are the access classes you have treated, right? So material is what? Active area. Where we have seen the active area? Any idea? I told you where you have seen the active area. So in the data model, we have seen this active area, right? Material. So how is associated with this class? So we can see here. So, okay. 1 minute. So we can see here this material is associated with this access class. So in the reuse mode, what will happen through this access class only from the staging area, the data will be populated to what? The active area. This is the point. Then we have the staging table. Let me show you how the staging table looks like. So this is basically one program, USMD data model. Through this, if you go here, it will ask you a data model. Say for the data model I have provided, I will execute. What I will see this. Okay. So all these tables and check tables will be there, so that you will understand thoroughly when we create, because this is a very big one, right? So it won't be like easy for you to understand. When once we create a our Z data model, custom data model, that time it would be very clear to you. Okay, so you can see here how it is. So let me see whether any Z data model is already created in the system or not. Okay. Z data. Sachin has created something. Let's see what he has created. So Mara, what is there? It is basically the root table. Okay. And this is there. So like this, the table will be there. Okay. So you can see here, it will hold the data. So CR is activated, that is why it is not having any data staging table. Can you see here is no data? Means what? CR is activated, so there is no data. So all these things we will understand step by step once we create our own means data model, or maybe with the own CR type also. I will tell you like how it happens. Okay. Any doubt so far? Anywhere?
No, all set.
So this can be used, or this can be means accessed through this program, or there is a T code. T code is MDG underscore data underscore info DEL. Okay. Sorry, slash n I have to put DG underscore data underscore info. Here you will provide then once you execute, you will get it. Right, so let me just write down this T code, which will be handy for you. So what are the T codes? One is what? MDG IMG. Another T code is what? MDG underscore data underscore info. Got it? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this, or everything is clear?
What are they used for?
MDG data model, why it is used? This is
Yeah.
used to see the staging area, staging table.
Okay. And the first one?
Area or table. The first one is basically used for configurational purpose. MDG, all the MDG configuration, what is there, it is done through this MDG.
Okay.
For MDG config, basically it is used. And these paths are also important. Like while doing it, you will remember all this, because some companies, they will be asking you the path. It is very rare. Most of the companies won't be asking. I have faced one interview where the person was asking me, tell me about the path. If you want to create a custom data model, what are the paths you will follow? What are the steps you will follow? Okay. So then you have to say, I will go to MDG IMG, then I will go to the data modeling here. See how it is there. MDG IMG general setting, then data modeling, then edit data model. I will go there. If I want to change add some attribute to the standard entities and all, so I will go to the particular data model. I will click on the entity type. Okay, I will go to the particular entity type. I will go to the attributes. In this attributes, I will add my attributes over here. Is this clear or any doubt in this?
Can you explain again?
It is clear, right?
Can you talk? That was too fast.
That was too fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no problem, because in coming days also we will be coming and we will be telling you all the things, right? So that time you will easily remember and understand all the things.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Maybe while doing tomorrow, I will tell you the path. I will give you like where to navigate and how to see. The path detail also I will give. So you can just write it down and keep it handy when you are using the MDG system. Okay. And whatever doubts you have, please go through again and again. I'm telling, whatever you have learned today, go through it once. Surf the internet. Okay, I have tell you about the core deployment, hub deployment. You have understood right now. So when you go to the internet, surf internet now, you will understand in a better way. Go to it. Okay, try to understand it. So this will help you. Otherwise, if you think that okay, today I will complete the course and from tomorrow I will start preparing for the hands-on or for interview, so that would be too late. Many things you will forget. Okay, so again you have to see the videos, again you have to do the hard work. Okay, so now everything is very new and I have explained once to you. Go through the internet, try to read some articles, see, come with some questions. So these are my questions. Like this, you will understand in a better way.
Krishna, will you be sharing this Excel sheet?
Excel sheet you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do one thing. Let me tell them that maybe they can keep it in a separate folder, which is accessible to you guys also. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
So maybe I can upload it, and from there you can access it. Okay, I will just talk to them. But so far these concepts are clear, right?
Yeah.
Because whatever I have, because whatever I told you, I have told you with the interview perspective also. From this area, what are the concepts you need, and in the interview also how they will be asking you and how you can answer these questions. Okay. So and in the certification also, this topic from there also some questions will come. Okay, so these topics are very important. What is reuse mode? What is active a flex mode? What is active area, staging area? What is hub deployment? What is core deployment? Okay, these are very important. And from entity attributes data model, anyway, tomorrow we will be looking into it. Okay. And which data model use this use and which data model use this flex. why they use reuse, why they use flags, what is the purpose of the access class over here. Okay, so all these things I have explained you. So you can go through it once, and if any doubt, tomorrow you can ask. Okay. Any doubt? Or everything is clear?
Okay, so on the hub and code deployments, like I know what is hub and the code deployment, but I just want to know why do we choose one over one? Like if I'm to like talk about why should we choose
Yes.
all?
So basically, if you have a very diversified system, say for example, you have MDG, you have operational ECC1, CRM, SRM,
Okay.
some other system. So from all the system, you want it to be governed in MDG, right? Your customer, your vendor, like here you will be having VP, right? So from VP, the customer data will go here, the vendor data will go here, right? So this is a very diversified system. So that time we will go for the hub.
Okay.
And the co-deployment means it is with co-deployment also you can do this, but the thing is generally it has been done by the hub deployment. Co-deployment is a very means new. Okay, so now if you want with this co-deployment and you have the other things, that time also you can have this. So that time you will treat it as hub means this one. Okay, where you are replicating. And in co-deployment, what is happening? It is not, you are not replicating things. Okay, in that operational ECC is there with the this one only. So it will be MDG on top of the ECC or S4. Here replication is not needed. So directly one it is activated from the means staging. The data will be coming to the active area through the access class. Here what will happen? Once it is activated, the data will be coming to the active area. From the active area, it will be transported to different what? Different systems.
Okay.
Getting the point or any doubt in this?
Clear.
It's clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine, sure. Let us conclude it today and see you tomorrow.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.